Hi everybody, welcome to another exciting stream on Bowtie Gaming 14. It's time for more Dragon Quest 1 Remake. Alright, so last we left off, we kind of continued the plot, and now we're on our way to meet with Rubus. Which I briefly checked, it's not like it is a dungeon to get up to her, but it's more straightforward than the third game. So I was like, yeah, in retrospect, I probably could have done this at the end of last session, but I didn't know if I was about to go into a full dungeon or not. Ooh, a free diamond. Okay, it is, I was gonna say, it is kind of a dungeon because there are enemies that spawn in here. So I should have a lot of holy water still. Yeah, I was like, I remember buying a crap ton of it. And it seems like level-wise I'm about on pace with what I've seen in other playthroughs, so that helps. Because basically what's left of the story is talking to Rubus, getting everything we need to make our way to the Dragon Lord's castle, and then make our way through the Dragon Lord's castle and defeat him for good. Yeah, because in 3, this was a full dungeon. Well, of course, for that, we were defeating the, I think it was the Soul of Baramos, so that we could free Rubus. Just in case. A pile of or a file of powder. Not like it was doing much anyways. Mini metal. Alright, we're almost there. Good use of a turn. Alright, so that's where we need to go. I'm just gonna briefly check to see if there's any pots over here. Yep, there is a treasure chest. Okay, it was worth it. They're like, screw you and your progress. Oh, there's 2 chests over here. Wow. Hold on a second, gotta dig it out here. Might as well just call it my drawer of whimsy, is where I have all this stuff at. Alright, as per usual, noise warning. Ding ding ding! Ooh. I'm telling you, one of these times it's gonna be a fake chest. Oh, special medicine, let's go! Yippee! Just seeing if I can spot any pots or chests over there. I know, that's how it always works, I swear. It's happened to me multiple times. It happened to me... Okay, there is a pot. Cool. Yes, it happened to me at least twice during the 3 playthrough. I'm just like, okay, so far I've gotten lucky with this one. Knowing my luck, it'll probably happen when I play 2. I mean, it could still happen with 1, we'll find out. Alright. Any edge I can get on the Dragon Lord is welcome. Because that's pretty much the end game at this point. It's just collect a couple of objects and make it our way through this castle. And like 3, hopefully they add a portion where you can just warp to the end of the dungeon. I hope they continue that, well, like what they did with 3, because that was so nice. Because you didn't have to do the entire dungeon over again. Well, actually, it wasn't even just the whole dungeon. You had to go from the nearest town all the way to the dungeon, go through the dungeon, and then, in that case, defeat Zoma on one set of healing items. Like, there were no shops. You're just doing this in one go. Good luck. Luckily, in the Definitive Edition, they added a war point. Thank goodness. So I hope they do that with 1, and I also hope they do that with 2, because 2, I think it was even worse. Yeah, also this version wasn't as bad, too, because at least you didn't have to defeat all 3 bosses at the end of 3. You could just defeat 1, go back and heal, beat the second one, rinse and repeat, and then defeat Zoma. With that, you had to kill all 3 bosses also in that same run. And that was just the other version they released on Switch. I don't even want to know what the NES version was like, or the Famicom version. I do not want to know how bad it was. I'm joking, tell me if you know. I'm curious. Thou art the old buzzard they call the Sage, art thou not? Then shake a tail feather and hand over the Staff of Rain. I shall not. The staff was entrusted to the care of my line by mighty Erdrick, and our care it shall remain. I would sooner die than hand it to the likes of thee, fiend. Then die thou shalt. With thy bones shall I feather my nest. Oh, thank goodness he finally showed up on time this time. He's like, I let multiple people die because I wasn't here fast enough, finally. Can it truly be thee? It mattereth not. Whatever thou art, thou shalt soon be as dead as a dodo. Which implies dodos canonically exist in this universe. Okay, so there is a boss. It probably just killed it so quickly I didn't even see it in the playthrough. Strategy.
Thou shalt not escape!
Oh my gosh!
Thou shalt not escape!
Pancake's like, I call bullshit.
Much better.
Jeez! Thing hits like a truck.
Ha! Much better.
Okay, forget all the other strategies I had, let's just go straight to Wild Side, because apparently that dodgy footwork does almost nothing with this boss.
Be gone.
Ooh, critical.
Supple. Supple.
Oh, no.
More heal. More heal.
Let's get back to full health here.
Supple.
Critical! This thing has absolutely no chill. Oh my gosh.
Ha!
Ooh!
Much better.
Oh my gosh.
Much better.
Thank goodness it's an ability. Alright, let's see what I have for healing items on me. Oh, okay, cool. So that also works. If you have two of the same healing item, he'll just use it. Oh, right, he can't, use magic. Well, that'll do for now. Oh, thank goodness.
Much better. Not today. Ha! Supple.
Welcome on into trying not to die from this boss. Shit. Oh my gosh. This game is no chill.
More heal.
Oh, thank goodness for the critical heal spell.
Oh.
Jeez.
Not today.
Alright. So Wild Side's still active. Probably be a good time to use the Elfin Elixir. Pretty much. Oh my gosh. Oh no, shit. I got lucky, I almost botched that. Holy crap.
Not today. Not today. More heal.
This is too close for comfort on this.
Ha! More heal.
Jeez. Alright, finally.
Ah!
I was gonna say, I'm like, you saved me 3 times apparently. Jeez.
Be gone.
Alright. We did it somehow. You better get a level up after that. Jeez, Pancake. Yippee! Thank you. Holy crap, Scion of Erdrick, you did it! I was gonna say! The game just recognizes it. Phew, that was rather too close for comfort. Now that's my thanks, pancake. Sorry. Jeez, you two fairies couldn't have showed up any later. As I was getting my butt kicked. Fairies? Whatever next? Yeah, I was gonna say, the power of trans. I can't believe it's come this far already. There's no time to explain. Quickly, to the altar! You don't have to ask me twice. Before another one of those guys shows up. Yeah, exactly!
Let us begin.
Yes, please. Before
The
more
time
crap
has
goes
come.
down. Rubus,
The
save us,
time
please.
has come. Return to us, O Holy One.
Oh gosh! Got add Kefka in here while we're at it. No! Almighty Rubus, please save us. It's bad. I was gonna say, I thought we killed him. Gosh, that would be a slap in the face to that entire party, wouldn't it? It's like, oh yeah, you know that god you killed? He's alive. Oh, are you kidding me? Spoilers for Final Fantasy VI. Sorry about that. Oh gosh. Woohoo! The Dragon Lord's like, I feel a disturbance. Okay, that's funny.
I am Rubis, mother to the land of Alefgard.
Hello.
Almighty Rubis, we have awaited your return.
And I have awaited your call, beloved fairies. You did well to reach me in that place. Scion of Erdrick, that I was able to return is thanks to you. You have my gratitude. But we must not grow complacent. Though I have driven back the darkness for now, I have not rid the land of it entirely. Until such a time as its source, the Dragon Lord, is defeated, Alefgard will not be safe.
Rubis, dragons were once our holy protectors. How did the Dragon Lord come to be infected by the power of the night?
I know not, and I would return him to his true form if I could. But it may already be too late. Scion of Erdrick, the Dragon Lord must be stopped ere the darkness spreads, and only you, one born
He's
of
like, what the
blood of
heck, man?
heroes, might stop him. In order to reach him, you will need 3 sacred objects.
I
One
am
of the
setting you
rain,
on what's known as a
one of
fetch
the
quest.
sun, and
Ah,
one
crap.
of the rain's bow. The last may only be gained
He's like,
by
I haven't
means
gone to
of
the
a
castle
certain
yet, we'll
holy
find out when I
talisman.
get there.
Seek out that talisman. Gather the relics of rain and sun and journey to the shrine known as the Sanctum. There, all shall become clear. Beloved fairies, you have suffered much.
He's like, he's just penciling it in at this point. The hero's just like, okay,
But
try
we've made
this,
up our
this, this, and
minds.
this, and if all else
We're
fails,
not
stab.
going to let it happen again.
We're going to help the hero.
Then allow me to entrust to you part of my power, that you might aid him all the better.
Yeah, that I guarantee you somebody between the mid-'80s and now has come up with that alternate timeline fanfiction. It's just like, basically a hero from 1 and Dragon Lord fanfiction. Heck, there's
I leave
probably
the
an
fate of
Erdrick and
this
Soma
world in
fanfic.
your
Oh, gosh,
hands.
there probably is, darn it. Alright, bye. Thanks for the fetch quest.
Don't worry. She's not gone. Just returned to the land. She's part of it, you see. I'm sure if she has any more messages for us, she'll let Princess Gwaelin know.
Almighty Rubis herself, thou didst summon her unto us. And with the storied lyre of ire, no less, the staff of rain is thine, bold hero.
He's like, alright,
For
give me the
thou
darn
didst
staff already.
return to us that which I asked, and I am a man of my word. Pray, visit me in my chambers.
I promise to help you out, but don't go thinking that means you can rest on your laurels. The second you do anything stupid, you won't see me for dust, so be careful. This tower used to belong to us fairies. We built it to worship Rubis, and we should use the power she's given to protect it. What are you looking at? Nothing! Oh gosh! he just walks away, he's just like... Yeah, because I know some people have definitely made that joke with, Link and the old man from the original Zelda game. He just comes into the cave, he's just like... And I'm out! Doo-doo-doo-doo! Long have we awaited the coming of one such as thee, brave Pancake. I did conceal it by means of the herb known as Fading Jenny. Please open it. Its contents are thine. Alright. He's like, excuse me, I have you know that I bathe daily, and you still smell. Darn it. The Staff of Rain was entrusted to our care long ago. You've done well to keep it safe for so long. Indeed I have, and now my duty done, and the staff handed to the latest in the line of heroes, I'm free to do as I please at last. The Staff of Rain is the first of 3 sacred treasures. It representeth the bounty of clouds. As Lady Rubis did inform thee, the last may only be gained by means of a certain talisman, the sacred amulet. Oh no! The second is the Sunstone, which represented the light of the heavens. and by the glow emanating from thy satchel, I see thou hast acquired it already. Wow, they actually recognize it. Nice. Then thou might focus thine efforts on the talisman. Wherever could it be? Pancake, 'tis I, Gwaelin. Just now I did sense the power of almighty Rubus. It came from the south, yes, far to the south, beyond Catelyn, and to the ends of the earth. She would have thee journey there. Take care, beloved, and know that, though we are far apart, my heart is ever thine. Oh, gosh! I think she must be talking about the Shrine of the Spirit. It's where the fairies used to live. And it's where we kept the sacred amulet. Rubus gave it to the hero as proof of her trust, but then we were attacked. The boss stepped in and made sure we could all escape, but the shrine was swallowed up by darkness and the amulet sank to the bottom of a horrible poisonous swamp. But Rubus is back now, and the darkness is gone. Well, not gone, but driven back at least. I thought the Dragon Lord would have gotten his filthy hands on the amulet a while back, but Rubus must be trying to tell you it's still there. I can't be sure, of course, but, well, there's only one way to find out if I'm right. You have to go and pay to visit. Alright, off we go! As soon as we go save, because otherwise I have to redo this whole thing if we fail. Gosh darn it, Dragon Lord. Stop being a petty butthole. Gosh, this channel is just like the onslaught of petty buttholes, because you got Ganondorf from Age of Imprisonment, you got the Dragon Lord in this game, and then you have the trifecta of buttholes in Octopath Zero. It's like, oh my gosh. These poor protagonists. Alright, so yeah, Catelyn's the nearest warp point. Actually, it might not be. Yeah, it's this Wayfarer's Inn. Because I knew we had to come here eventually, it's just, this is when we come here. Alright, time to douse ourselves with more holy water. Into the poison! Okay, so yeah, now this spawns in. Pancake, 'tis I, Gwaelin. I sense a holy power emanating from thy present location. And yet I sense a great evil also. Take care, beloved. Take care. Welcome on into collecting magical objects. Yes, gonna say, happens more often than you think it would, especially with this franchise. Welcome on in. It's on!
Much better.
I was gonna say... You butthole! Oh no, it heals! No! Yeah, I was gonna say, I hate to, but it's like, yeah, I probably should heal.
Mid-heal. Be gone. Oh. Crack. Oh. Mid-heal. Much better. Much better. More heal. Flames.
Okay, in the event that I die, I know use Kasiz next time.
Flames.
Because that comparatively does way more damage.
Flames. Not today. Thou shalt not escape. Oh.
Oh, great, paralysis. It's like, I would bake him if I could! And then I'm gonna lose, like, all my progress because of this, jeez.
More heal. Oh. Thou shalt not escape. Over. Flames. Burn. Oh.
Yeah, I might just have to take the L on this because, yeah, it's like, now that I know the strategy, I'm gonna try that again.
Thou shalt not escape.
It's like, thank goodness that's an ability. Okay, he does know Flame Slash. It's a good alternative since I can't cast spells right now.
Thou shalt not escape! 'Tis over!
I was like, what do I do? It's like, well, I guess Wild Side's gonna be live for a bit, so... Yeah, probably heal. It's like, do I heal, or do I try to go for it and risk dying? Okay, now I will risk dying. Ooh, critical! Yeah, before I can't cast spells anymore. Alright, so that got him in the yellow range. Yeah.
Much better. Much better. No.
What the hell? Holy shoot! It's like, let's casually throw in a new attack that you weren't prepared for.
Much better. Much better. Not today. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Much better. Much better. Much better. Ah. Ah. Ah.
Haha!
Much better.
Again, thank goodness that's an ability.
Much better. Ah. 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 No.
Alright, I'll try it a few more times, otherwise I might have to tone down the difficulty of this boss.
Ha! Not today. Ha! Not today. Much better. today. Much better. Thou shalt not escape! Thou shalt not escape!
That was his and dead. And that's like, it's technically a viable strategy, but it's still kind of luck-based.
Much better. Thou shalt not escape! Much better. Much better. Thou shalt not escape! Ha! Oh! Ha! Oh! More heal! Ha! Oh! Much better. Much better. More heal. Ah! Ah!
Yeah, I was gonna say, what kind of screws it up is anytime he's paralyzed. Yeah, I'm gonna turn the difficulty down on this fight. And this is why I saved before that.
shalt not escape! Thou shalt not escape! Not today! Thou shalt not escape! Let the fire consume thee! No more! Thou shalt not escape!
You can't kill me, no one can kill me! Alright! Be gone! Level 35! Oh wow, you got a double level up off that, jeez. Pancake obtains the sacred amulet.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes!
Ah, you can, can't you? It's me, the chief. You know, the fairy. I'm speaking to you from the Shrine of Rain. Lady Rubis gave me a special new power, you see. The boss wants to talk to you about something. Hang on. Oh, I think this should work.
Hello. Thanks for getting rid of another one of those horrible monsters. That talisman you just got. It's a symbol of Rubis's love. She gave it to Erdrick way back when. And you humans came to call it the Mark of Erdrick. Now that you've got it, the sage at the Sanctum will recognize you as a hero for sure. So get a move on. The Sage of Rainbows is waiting for you.
Pancake obtains the Mark of Erdrick. Alright, to the Sanctum.
Blood of the hero, descendant of Erdrick. The time is upon us. Now, at last, rain and sun shall be conjoined. Make haste. Give unto me the Sunstone and the Staff of Rain.
Pancake presents him with both of those objects.
Almighty Goddess, hear me. On this day we do lay upon thy sacred altar the offerings of sun and rain. Take thee the rainbow drop from the altar, and go forth.
Pancake obtains the rainbow drop.
Thou hast endured much, but thou hast prevailed. Go thee to the cape west of Rimmeldar, that o'erlooketh that accursed isle, and there put the drop to use. I shall remain here, and offer up prayers for thy success. May fortune go with thee, brave hero.
Alright, if I remember correctly, I think either the sword or the shield or something is in a specific abandoned village, so I'm gonna go check that out first. It's like, I distinctly remember this particular boss from the other version. It's a night boss. Well, well, 'tis the bold Sir Pancake, we meet again. It seemeth that here in fair Damdara was once found auriculum, a material from which wrought the sword of Erdrick, lord of, hero of legend. And from the selfsame material was wrought other fine weapons and suits of shining plate, here in this town so sadly fallen to ruin. Have fiends long since carried off all treasures, or...? Yep, there it is.
Thou shalt not escape!
Oh no.
Thou shalt not escape! Much better. Oh. No more.
Rain the lightning down! Not again! That was a rude awakening, literally.
Huzzah! 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 Ha!
Alright! Get wrecked! Level 37! It obtains an, it gives you an ogre shield. He finds Erdrick's armor. Armor once worn by Erdrick, hero of legend, bestows various effects upon those who don it. It's like, yeah, we got a decent amount of money now. Frankly, even an ogre would struggle to wield the super-sized shield. Okay, and then the caveat is that you can't use as many items. Nah, it's like her 5 extra attack, it's not worth that. Oh, if it's not my good friend Pancake! A pleasure as always. The records of times past are to be believed. Both Galen of the Golden Voice and Mighty Urger spent time here in Cantlet. Then, too, the world was threatened by a great evil. Much of Galen's work concerned those times, the hero of legend and the people of this town. Wherefore did he write of such things, thou asketh? Why, because 'twould surely have been impossible not to. Certain records also suggest he did hide the Lyre of Ire back in our ancestral home, that a careless strum might not summon the fearsome fiends known to roam hereabouts. Perhaps I too should return to Galenholm. Its people might surely be pining for the return of their best beloved bard. Alright, we make for the Dragon Lord's castle! Charge! Well, that's a steep drop. You're gonna need some extra help to reach the other side. Use the rainbow drop? Pancake holds the rainbow drop aloft, as his ancestor did long ago, and built the magical rainbow bridge. Wow. I sense a rainbow bridge. Shit.
Try all thou
Thanks for the raid. We're currently taking the fight to the Dragon Lord.
Pah! Still thy tongue. What knowest thee of my powers?
Is that you're a whip?
Lord,
What of it?
Kings,
What of it, you stupid Dragon Lord?
by right.
Thanks, appreciate it. Hope your stream went well, and thanks for the raid.
But what is this? Can it be? The bridge. It is restored.
Suck it!
Then the so-called hero approacheth. Good! He and the sphere both shall bend before my might! And so the end draweth near.
How about no? Wow. Magic! Oh right, I forgot the armor makes you immune to poison. Good timing. Alright, we made it to the castle at last. The Dragon Lord's castle. Defeat the Dragon Lord. Alright, so yep, like in 3, they did make the final dungeon a warpable location. Nice. Alright. Yeah, essentially that first section's a whole lot of nothing, so the main thing we're looking for is to get to the middle area. Okay, just an empty chest. Okay, so yeah, that basically if you go approach an empty chest and it does nothing, then that means it's just empty. Good to know. Oh, Dragon Lord! I'm back! Aren't you here for the first time? Shut up! Alright, so the entrance to the lower floors is back here. Or rather, the switch. Pancake examines the ground at his feet. Oh, apparently he's also immune to the electricity. Nice. Alright, so for this final endeavor, we're going to be going deep, deep underground. All that for nothing! Lots of dragons down here. It's almost like we're fighting the lord of them. Finally, a chest. But the question is it a dud? Nope, it's good. A Runeous shield. An inauspicious aegis that's vulnerable to any and all elemental attacks, as in, don't use it. This game really loves to give you dud weapons. Dud weapons and dud armor. Alright, that's a dud. Leave me alone! I'm lost! I'm sure you are, pal. Darn it. Alright, that's a dead end. Well, we'll find out if this is worth it or not. Alright, there's a chest. Question is it a dud or not? Alright. The Hapless Helm. Horrid headgear that cursed its wearer to a lifetime lacking in luck. Why does he have so many cursed items? Both of the pieces of equipment we've gotten here have been cursed. So yeah, so far everything I've gotten has not been worth it. So up until this point, you can honestly just skip what I've gotten for treasure chests. Alright, we got our first dud chest. Alright, nothing that way, so onwards to the next floor. Yeah, there's a couple of chests down here. Alright, that one's good. Hey, wow, good job, Dragon Lord, jeez. Alright, they're both safe. Yeah, I'll take the money. So yeah, that's the first thing that's actually been worth it, is the 502 gold and also that medicinal herb. A suit of hate mail. This vexing armor reduces damage taken from enemy spells, but sometimes paralyzes the wearer. There's so much cursed stuff in this dungeon. Ooh, liquid metal slime. Might as well try fight these things.
Not today.
Alright! After all that, he's just like, die, you piece of crap! Yeah, because the liquid metal slimes give off even more experience, hence, killing one gives you 15,000 experience. That will be my one exception in terms of skip. Like, I am definitely not skipping those encounters. Alright. Yeah, pretty much is on to the next stairwell there. Alright, and that one's a dud, so on to the stairwell. Alright, we got another dud. Not the dud crap! Alright, we found the sword. Pancake obtains Erdrick's sword, beloved blade of the legendary hero of old. Now that ain't a done. A weapon once wielded by Erdrick, hero of legend, can be used as an item in battle. Yeah, definitely get this thing. It's the strongest weapon in the game, or, I mean, if it isn't, it's darn near close. It's like, you definitely have to wander to get to it a little bit, but it's definitely not as bad as, I mean, even just the other Switch version, because with that version, you had to constantly light torches. Whereas in this game, the torch is just lit, essentially, so you don't have to keep lighting torches to keep the area lit. Yeah, that's pretty much the case with, like, most of the dungeons in this game, is you gotta bring a lot of torches so that you can see down in the depths. Ooh, liquid metal slimes.
Much better.
And that excitement died as quickly as it came. Alright, got a mini medal. Okay, that's just an endless corridor. Yeah, this is definitely a bigger dungeon than Zoma's place. But then again, you had to deal with both Baramos and Zoma. Also to kind of make up for the fact that it's a shorter game. I mean, with this version, it's like, I mean, even excluding the level grinding, it's probably still 10 hours. Like, it's at least double the length of the other Switch one. Ooh!
Thou shalt not escape! Oh! Yeah! Oh! Yeah!
I mean, he wasn't wrong. Alright, level 38. Do I fight these things? I'll pass. Alright, that one's good. A double-edged sword. Yeah, I'll take Erdrick's sword, thank you very much. As its name implies, this cursed weapon is so mighty it damages both foe and wielder alike. Oh gosh, 2 dragons and 3 liquid... They're really making this tempting. Yeah, let me backtrack. I will only fight them if it's only liquid metal slimes. Because I'm trying to survive here. I prefer not to have to redo this dungeon all over again. Alright, that one's a dud. I'm just like, tempting. Alright, next level. Alright, then we just gotta make our way clockwise around the map, and we're there. So yeah, there's the bridge where we came across in the third game. Alright, here's the horde of treasure chests. Naturally guarded by a dragon. Seed of Magic. A medicinal herb. $420. Okay, they did that on purpose. It's a prayer ring. Yes, I knew at least one of them was a dud. I distinctly remember that from the other version. A diamond. $500 more gold. Chimera wing. Alright, so there's only one of them's a dud. And a waistband. A nasty accessory that's constantly squeezing at the wearer's waist. Yeah, there's just a bunch of cursed stuff down here. Alright, final push.
Dragon Lord. Forget not thy promise to me, beloved.
Alright, let's go kick his ass. It's like one more encounter right before the final boss.
Much better.
Alright. Level 39! Yeah, I was like, I'm assuming the cutscene doesn't spawn in until you actually go up there. Seems you can go directly to the starting point. Do you want to go? Okay, so yeah, they do add a warp point in this version too, so that's nice. Alright, let's go to a town and go save, and then we will go take on the Dragon Lord. Oh yeah, I forgot if I was gonna go check out the Palace of Mini Metals before we go fight him as well. Or excuse me, the Citadel of the Monarch of Metals. Alright, received a Banishing Bell. 25 to get a Scourge Whip. Alright, let's go kick the Dragon Lord's butt once and for all.
So, thou art come before me at last. I am the Dragon Lord, Master of Masters, King of Kings.
Hello!
So hasty. Pray, let us talk a while. Know that I do not call myself king without reason. My kind were once masters of this world, though you humans seem to have long since forgotten. Were it still so, this, the sphere of light, would have been my birthright, and the source of untold power both. Yet mine ancestors saw fit to award it to a human hero, whose deeds she did deem worthy. Let me in turn commend thy deeds, descendant of that same human. Thou hast overcome much to reach me. Long have I awaited this moment. Come. Take thy rightful place at my side. Do so, and I will grant unto thee dominion over half this world. What sayest thou? Wilt thou rule beside me?
Never!
Thou wishest not for half the world. Wilt thou not reconsider? 'Tis an offer few would refuse.
No!
Thou wilt brook no such covenant. Thou art resolved to face me no matter the cost. So be it! Come, fool! Know thine insignificance!
Gwaylen's like, go, hero! The Dragon Lord appears.
Much better.
Thou art no match for me! How dare thee!
Thou shalt not escape!
Haha!
Enough games!
Darn it!
A battle for the ages! Die! A battle for the ages! A battle for the ages! Squirm, maggot! A battle for the ages! Kneel before me!
Not the spooky aura, darn it! See, I would have taken that long for him to kill me without healing. Like, wow, that excuse me, that definitely took a bit.
How dare thee know thy place!
Critical!
Human.
Yay, we killed him! Yay! Pancake receives about 30,000 experience and gets to level 40. Giga Slash.
The power of the light is no mere trifle. Then I must needs rise to meet it. For I shall not be bested. Witness the might of my line!
The Dragon Lord flickers and fades. And his true form is revealed at last. Only to reveal his terrifying true form. Phase 2! A secret sword technique that assails all enemies with bolts of blazing lightning.
Much better. I shall rend thee asunder! Not today! Ah! Ah! Fool! Ah! Fool!
He's like, how many times do I have to swipe at him this hard? And dead. Down he goes. So yeah, they give you one last thing of experience for the second phase, and that's it.
No, not yet. This is not the true power of dragons. I need only draw upon that which is my birthright. My mother's gift unto me. Wherefore refusest thou the darkness? Wherefore refusest thou me?
Yippee! Come at me, bro. Ho-ho! Wow, that was hardcore. Stabs him clean through the chest.
No! The light. It fadeth.
Yeah, in the original version, he just disappears into nothing like that. He doesn't stab him first. Wow, this hero is badass.
You have done well, child of light. The time is come to bring this chapter to a close.
Pancake wrests the Sphere of Light from the Dragon Lore's death grip. As he holds it aloft, a blinding light radiates from deep within its core.
Yet so long as a seed of darkness remains, those of your line must remain ever vigilant.
And I mean multiple of your descendants. They are going to go through some crap. The great evil has been banished, and the world knows peace once more. Alright, back to Tandagel. Behold, the sky above the Dragon Lord's Isle is clear at last. We're forever in thy debt, brave hero. Peace hath returned, our prayers are answered. To do business on such a day as this would demean this great gift. Let every man set aside his labors and give thanks. Praise unto thee, noble hero. Mighty Pancake, make haste forthwith to the castle. His Majesty has received word of thy victory, and awaiteth thy return most eagerly. 1,000 thanks unto thee, brave hero, nay, 1,000,000. Now the curse upon this land is lifted, we merchants may freely trade with the peoples of the four corners of this world. O Pancake, 'tis thee, thou art, that is, we all owe thee a great debt indeed. Thou art most gallant and bold, a man amongst men, a hero amongst heroes, swoon. All hail, mighty Erdrick, long live the hero Pancake. The news hath reached mine ears, friend. Verily do they speak the truth and say a book cannot be judged by the cover alone. Verily thou hast played a blinder, Pancake. I did see thee in the right stuff, and the right stuff thou hast shown. I fancy I must do something more impressive in my turn, or see myself outdone. Hey, boss, let us seek out a legendary treasure or some such. Gor blimey, and verily, that is an idea and a half. Come, comrades, we have riches to find. Should we beg aught? Full 1/5 of it shall be thine, Pancake. Thou didst save the world after all. The roguish fellow who doth bellow his every word fit to shatter the windows of town. 'Tis the villain Robin Hood, is it not? Zounds, boss, we have been rumbled! Knickers, very well then, I must away, good Pancake, until we meet again. He's like, shit! Long is it since I felt such glee, such lightness of heart. Is it thanks to thee, is it not? Thou didst deliver us from evil and return peace unto the world? How might we ever repay such a kindness? Oh, happy day! Huzzah! Words cannot express my joy! Behold, the sky above the Dragon Lord's Isle is clear at last. We're forever in thy debt, brave hero. Tarry not, hithe thee to his majesty post-haste. Welcome back to us, brave Pancake. Thou did fight for those who cannot fight for ourselves, and for that no amount of gratitude could ever suffice. Lo, 'tis Pancake, heir to the mantle of Erdrick, hero of legend! And I'm sure thou wilt knowest, with thine ancestors' work was done, did they vanish without a trace. Not a single record remaineth that might hint as their destination, but no such obscurity shall ever enshroud thine own legend. The tale of Pancake shall be told for years to come. Thou hast our gratitude, Pancake, and that of the Holy Mother, I'm sure. We must work together to ensure the gift of peace that thou hast blessed us with is not squandered. Now I searched high and low, neither did I find the castle dungeon, yet peace has returned, and this being so, I can scarce bemoan my plight. Oh, Pancake, 'tis thee I vow, that is, we all owe thee a great debt indeed. 1,000 thanks unto thee, brave hero. Bold Sir Pancake, thou art strong and noble beyond measure. I beg of thee, take me as thine apprentice.
Brave hero, didst thou best the Dragon Lord and regain the Sphere of Light also? Thy deeds are those of a hero, and let none say otherwise.
Huzzah!
Welcome home, beloved. Right glad am I that thou didst keep thy promise to return unto me. There can be no doubt now that thou art that which thou hast long claimed to be, the true descendant of mighty Erdrick.
The darkness hath been driven back at his hand, and the fiends with it, and in celebration of this, a great feast shall be held. All shall hail the Savior who did come to us in our time of direst need.
Yippee!
Doth aught trouble thee, beloved? Wherefore lingerest the hero of the hour in such a place? Strange. I too did feel that something called me here.
Scion of Erdrick, Gwaelin of Tantagel. By your efforts, the world has been made safe once more. I am grateful beyond words.
The Lady Rubis!
Bold hero.
God!
Thanks to you, the Dragon Lord has been freed from the darkness and may once more be reborn into the light. You know not how much your efforts mean.
And thus, all is now at an end?
Alas, no. For we do not yet know how or by whom the Dragon Lord was infected with the darkness. I sense the presence of one in whom a yet greater wickedness resides.
Okay, so they're implying the enemy in the second game is the one who infects him in the first place.
Rise again. And when it does, I shall once more do all in my power to see that it does not swallow this world entire. However, I cannot do so alone. Scion of Erdrick, will those who follow you possess the strength to prevail as you have done?
I'm sure of it! And stay tuned for the sequel!
We hereby swear that we shall do all in our power to see the world of the future filled with kind-hearted and heroic souls, both. Thou canst trust in us. Humankind shall not fail thee.
You have my thanks, and I swear this in turn. Though I may not be always at your side, my children, I shall be always with you in spirit. Ever shall I watch over you.
Beloved, this oath we here swear shall bring hope to future generations.
Scion of Erdrick, entrust unto me the 5 sigils. When the dark rises once more, these shall be the key. The tie that binds me to such heroes as might yet appear.
Yeah, I was gonna say this whole epilogue, because like what happened in like even the other Switch version was basically they're like yippee, and then and then the hero and Gwaelin go off to another continent.
When the time comes.
But yeah, this whole cutscene is new.
I shall be reunited with the heroes of the line of Erdrick. It is simply a matter of time.
Forgive me for the sudden summons, good sir. I would speak with thee of something. All was as the prophecies foretold. Lo, the words of the ancients do ring clear and true down through the ages. The promised hero, in whose veins floweth the blood of mighty Erdrick, is none other than thee. If there be a better man to rule this land, I know him not. What sayest thou? Wilt thou take the throne in my stead? Wilt thou watch o'er this fair realm till thy dying day?
He's like, what?
I will not.
Oh my gosh, he said something!
My thanks, Majesty. But were I ever to rule, it must needs be a realm of mine own founding.
So be it. 'Tis not for me to persuade thee. But wheresoever thou goest, I would have thee take the sphere of light with thee. 'Tis the right of heroes to bear it, after all. Now go forth, and may good fortune go with thee.
Wait! Wait, I prithee! Take me with thee, my dearest heart. Pray, forsake me not. Wilt thou take me for thy companion? Thou wilt? Oh, joy! Let us roam the land, and in doing so grow strong in both body and soul, that we might one day fulfill the vow we have made to Lady Rubis.
'Twould seem a new journey awaiteth you both. May it be a happy one.
And thus we're carrying the princess out to the boat so we can go to new lands! Alright, and that's the end of the first game. Yeah, I was gonna say, if that's any indication, it's like, yeah, just continuing the fact that these remakes are really good, like, just the added story, like, you really care more for these characters than you did in, like, just for example, the other Switch version, and, like, it is so good, and, like, yeah, the enhanced musical score with the orchestral version, and just the added, content and stuff, like, oh, it's so good. Alright, so then we'll have time to play the second game, the second game for, like, about the first 50 minutes of it. And then we'll continue that the next session, so this will likely be my last game cleared of the year. Alright, and done. Yeah, because Octopath is probably going to take months. This might take a month or so. I'd say, if nothing, my goal might be to try to finish this before the Dragon Quest VII remake comes out in February, which is in not even 2 months. Oh my gosh. So much Dragon Quest. And this is not counting, I'm just going to assume it's the 7 remake and that's it, and not the fact that they're going to just randomly drop the release of 12. Like, please don't. Too many games. Because meanwhile, I still got Octopath. Yeah, basically I got all the games done I wanted to before MagFest, because I was like, I know realistically I'm not going to finish Octopath or 2. And even then, I played through 2, so it's not like someone could spoil it a lot. Octopath 0, on the other hand, I hope no one spoils it. Because, like, I know it's only been out for, like, 2 weeks, but I'm like, no, somebody could totally beat that in the 1 month between its release and when the convention happens. It'll be just like last year, where I basically go to the convention, and I'm like, I think I was, like, most of the way done with the second game, and then had to pray that no one spoiled it. I'm glad no one did, because, oh my gosh, that finale was nuts. Keep forgetting that was pretty much like one of my first projects of sorts this year. Oh, cliffhanger for the second game.
Alas, Majesty, thy precious child hast failed thee. But I shall not. This wicked world shall be remade. I swear it, upon my name.
Yeah, and of course 2 takes place like several generations later. To be continued! Pancake / Erdrick. Alright, on to the second game. Many years have passed since Eilifgard was saved at the hero's hand, earning him the same title as his storied forebear. Now there thrive 3 new kingdoms founded by this latest Erdrick and his scions. Yet so too thrives the darkness, sudden invasion of malicious monsters plunging the world into shadow once again. All that stands between the forces of evil and their wicked ambitions is a band of young princes and princesses of Erdrick's line. The time has come for them to venture forth and do their ancestor proud. Alright, our hero shall be known as Pancake Jr. Oh, shoot. Alright, so like the first game, I will start off with Dragon Quest and then down the difficulty as necessary. Oh boy.
Once upon a time, a young hero, descended from the legendary warrior Erdrick, defeated the dreaded Dragon Lord and restored peace and light to the world. Having done so, he set off on a journey with his new bride, and together they founded a kingdom of their own. This kingdom came to be ruled by their children, and by their children after them. Under the enlightened rule of the Scions of Erdrick, the nation grew ever greater and more prosperous. As the years passed, other adventurous Scions forged forth into the unknown, founding new kingdoms in their ancestors' image. Thus came there to be 3 nations ruled by those descended of the hero and his maiden.
I like to imagine, like, this particular kingdom, that all the kings and princes are named Pancake.
Named after the castle built
So yeah,
by the hero
Middenhall.
and his bride.
Oh, my beautiful boy.
Thou wilt grow into a fine leader of the land. Of this I am certain.
After Middenhall was founded the Kingdom of Canuck, a nation nestled betwixt misty mountains and lush forests.
Look, husband, he possesseth thy steely gaze.
A handsome devil, to be sure. Now, what name might befit one so dashing?
Okay, so you get to... So, Caradoc is the canonical name for the Prince of Canuck. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. Screw it. Alright. All hail Prince Partitio.
It is perfect, is it not?
The very height of perfection, my dear. A mighty name for a yet mightier heir.
Lastly came the Kingdom of Moonbrook, founded by a spell-casting scion to whom weavers of magic flocked from the world over.
Dear, supposest thee the princes of Middenhall and Canuck might deign to play with our daughter when the 3 are older?
I doubt not, but they shall forge a fellowship most firm, as I did with my cousins the kings. But first, she will need a name that befitteth her station. And, after great pondering, I believe I have happened upon just that. Come, lend me thine ear.
Alright, so Perenelle is her canonical name. Let's just add Octopath characters while we're at it. It's like we're just gonna have one called Pancake Jr. and then Particio and Throne. He's like, yeah, the two of you have, like, elegant names, and what's your name, Prince of Middenhall? Pancake, it's a family name, just don't even... It all started because Shadowheart was hungry for pancakes, just don't ask me to explain this.
Yes, it is lovely. And her future will be bright. I swear it.
Thus did the legendary line continue into another generation. Some years later.
And meanwhile, there's a fourth hero that got added to this version that's floating about.
Thou art grown most formidable. Thine ancestors' blood runneth strong in thy veins.
Oh, please, Father. Thou knowest full well mine abilities pale in comparison to thine. Thou hast mastered all manner of spells, of which I as yet know naught.
'Tis true, I was once a caster of no little renown, though now...
Father!
Alas, some matters are beyond even the purview of magic.
Come, Father. Let us repair to thy chamber. What now?
By the goddess! Guards! Assemble!
Majesty, I bring great tidings! Lookouts report an army of fiends upon the horizon. They draw ever closer.
Curse thee, Hargon!
Hargon?
Muster the castle guard! Keep them out! I too will make...
Father!
Sire!
Care not for this old fool. Go to thy captain. Tell him...
I fear it is too late!
No! No!
Begone, fiends!
Father! What is happening? What will become of us?
Still thy heart. Thou shalt escape this place.
Oh, I'd recognize those ugly mugs anywhere. It's the king and his darling daughter. Lord Hargon was clear in his instructions. Let no one live.
Just as I feared. Wherefore now? It mattereth not. Moonbrook will not fall today. They knew our faces. Then I have no choice. This way, my child.
Father, please, I do not understand.
Listen to me. Thou hast thy mother's beauty and her wisdom. Thou wert ever our pride and our joy. Since the day of thy birth, everything I have done for thee. I would trade 1,000 lives to live this one with thee anew.
Thou speakest as if this is the last time we shall be together. I shall never leave thy side.
Come. This is my kingdom, and I refuse to relinquish it without a fight!
Squeeze! There he is! He may be old, but he knows a spell or two. Don't bite off more than you can chew.
Wherefore do you tarry so? Do not tell me you have had a change of heart. Today, you battled the bloodline of Erdrick.
Must warn. Midden Hall.
There thou art, beloved son.
Hello!
Though thou seemst mightily vexed. Didst thou dream ill-omened dreams, perchance?
Yeah, it's been happening
Our
a lot
dreams
lately.
are the mirror of our souls, my boy. If ever aught should trouble thee, thou must needs share it. Thus is a problem halved, as the saying goes. But enough of such talk. Today is a day like any other, and thou must needs be about thy duties. Pray, go into the streets of the city and walk amongst thy people. Speak to them of their hopes and fears, that thou might one day rule wisely over them. And thence to the practice ground, that thy sword might one day suffice to protect them. For thou art mine heir, but thou art also heir to mighty Erdrick, hero of legend, and thus is thy duty twofold. Thou must needs be king and hero both. 'Tis no easy path, but I trust that thou wilt tread it well.
Pray, stop by to see the item seller this day, Highness. Tidings oft travel fastest among those who cross the land in search of profit. There is much to be learned from such people, and thence to the captain of the guard, and learn that of the sword which he might see fit to teach thee.
Thou art mine heir, but also heir to mighty Erdrick. Go forth, my son. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Greetings, Highness. May all thine endeavors, whatever they may be met with success this fine day. Highness, once more thou tourest the town seeking to speak with thy people? Truly thou art diligent indeed. My brother too is a castle guard over in Moonbroke. I pray that soon he might be granted a leave of absence and come home to visit. About that. If thou would do battle with fearsome fiends, thou must needs equip thyself accordingly, Highness. But this does not simply seek out the biggest sword or the stoutest armor. Even seemingly lesser items can be blessed with beneficial effects. They say the prince over in Cannock is skilled with both sword and spell. He must be a fine young man indeed. You are in your prime, Highness, and yet you hardly touch your food. Should you wish for a second bowl or even a 50th, you need but say the word. The king is doubtless a great man, but he's also surpassingly stern. He does not seem the type to revel in idle chitter-chatter or such frivolities. Pray, take care on the teleportal that lieth just ahead, Highness. Should thou trip and fall into it, thou will be transported to a place many leagues away in the blink of an eye. Yep, so there's the world map, and I'm 99% certain this involves a boat. Yeah, because basically, to put in perspective, the entire thing in the northwest corner is the map from the first game, so the rest of it's all new territory. Still not as big as the third map, but still pretty big. Highness, forgive my impertinence, but art thou done with thy daily rounds? Hast thou spoken with thy people? Return to me when thou hast. It will serve thee well to stretch thy legs as I put thee through thy paces on the practice ground. Hall. Good morrow to thee, young prince, and a fine one it is too. Highness, just the man I wish to see. I'm awaiting the delivery of a consignment of goods from Fair Moonbroke. Should have been here yesterday, and yet nothing. At last, due to the sorry state of affairs, my shelves are 9 bare. Though if you would still like to peruse them, you'd be most welcome. The merchant of Moonbrook with whom I deal with is a most punctual soul. Not once has he failed to appear ere now. But men are ever wont to oversleep or to otherwise tarry. All is well, I'm sure. Well, well, if it's not my dear friend Prince Charmless. Heir to mighty Erdrick, yet unable to cast so much as a spell to ward off wards. Have you naught better to do than to fritter away your days in idle conversation? Still thine impudent tongue, thou saucy rogue! Idle conversation indeed. The prince does a great kindness to us in speaking with us of our woes and worries. What quarrel hast thou with such a noble and upstanding young fellow, Adon, I merely thought that being hero and king, future king both, it might not befit our prince to rely on main force alone, and that a word of warning to that effect might aid him in his growth. Thou thinkest thyself fit to counsel princes? Then thou art boneheaded indeed! Begone, swaggering oaf, away with you! Forsooth, fear not, Highness, the people know full well the purpose of thy daily tour of the town, and of how diligently thou practice thy swordcraft each and every afternoon. Pay no heed to the pratings of green-eyed nincompoops. We stand firmly at thy back. But I have kept thee too long already. Away to the practice ground, and may fortune attend thee! There might be those who speak ill of thee, Highness, but I beg thee ignore them. They're envious of thy station and thine unassailed dignity, not more. The problem lieth not with thee, nay, it lieth in the jealous hearts of the small-minded. My master speaketh of silence, and yet he's the one who never ceases to roar and bellow. Less talk, more action, curse thee! 'Tis thine arm I wish to see flying back and forth, not thy tongue. What have I told thee, worm? Craftsmanship requireth 3 things: love, kindness, and forbearance, and silence! Alright, so mini-medals are also in this game. The town groweth ever more bustling and full of new buildings and new faces thanks to his majesty. May Biddenhall go from strength to strength. Into the well! Thou ask why I shun my fellow man and hide myself away here? I can tell thee, pal, but once told, the tale cannot be untold. Are thou certain thou wishest me to spill the beans nonetheless? Well, 'tis 'cause I like the damp, see? Lovely, clammy dampness.
Highness, come, the practice ground awaiteth. Though I fear there is precious little left for me to teach thee. Despite thy youth, thy skill already approacheth mine own, nay, exceedeth it, perhaps. To have tutored such a prodigy in the arts maketh me right proud. But I am yet captain of the guard, and have pride of mine own to think of. I do not mean to yield to thee just yet, young prince. Make ready!
These wounds! Friend, what misfortune hath befallen thee?
Brother! Wherefore wouldst thou abandon thy post at Moonbrook Castle? And how came thee to be injured so?
My wounds matter not. The king, I must speak with him. Please.
Of course. His Majesty will see him, surely. Come, we will take you there.
What is the meaning of this? What hath befallen thee, friend?
Majesty, Moonbrook Castle attacked. Monsters. A great horde of fiends.
Stay with us. I beseech thee.
Fear not, brother. We shall meet again.
No!
He did his duty to the last, and expended his final breath that we might learn of the assault on Moonbrook. His was a grit and forbearance granted to few, and he must be given a burial befitting such heroism. It seemeth ill deeds are afoot in the kingdom of Moonbrook, but we do not yet know the full truth. Pray, do not speak of this until such time as the facts of the matter have been ascertained, lest panic spread needlessly among the populace. Sire, in the meantime, make ready to defend the city. I would speak with my son. Come, child, below with thee.
The fellow spoke of a horde of monsters, yet mighty Moonbrook could surely stand firm in the face of even the largest of attacking forces. Could it not?
Another such tragedy befell our world some decades since. A great monstrous horde laid waste to the land of Renderak. The horde was commanded by one who styled himself High Priest Hargon, fearful that the High Priest's minions might make Middenhall their next port of call. My father did shore up the kingdom's defenses and set his men to watch for monsters on the horizon. I must confess that the further the tragedy drifted in time, the more I had thought the danger past. But the similarities between the assault just now reported and the one my father described cannot be denied. Could this be another Renderak? I hardly dare believe it. We must ascertain the facts of what hath befallen Moonbrook as soon as we are able. I would have thee journey to Cannock, there to share these unfortunate tidings with the king of that realm. None can afford to remain ignorant if the Horde is abroad. Thence, thou must visit Moonbrook, and see with thine own eyes what hath befallen it. I must needs remain here to see to our defenses, as my father did before me. Wilt thou bear this burden on my behalf, beloved son?
You got it! For my
right
name isn't
glad to hear it.
Pancake.
Now, before thou departest, a gift. A necklace, to be precise. The princess's pledge. Ere he became the first and greatest king of this land, thine ancestor, mighty Erdrick, did set out upon a perilous quest to defeat the Dragon Lord. This necklace was presented unto him by a certain fair maiden, with whom he did forge a firm and lasting bond on his travels. It shall surely aid thee on thy path.
Pancake Jr. obtains the princess's pledge.
Now away with thee. Venture westward from our realm, and thou shalt reach the village of Leftwine soon enough. From there, cast thine eyes northward, and thou shalt espy the castle of Cannock. As thou well knowst, in Cannock and Moonbrook both are to be found others, through whose veins floweth the blood of the hero of legend. Take care, my child. I have faith that thou wilt see thy duty done.
The necklace with which I did entrust thee guideth those through whose veins floweth the blood of heroes. I do not doubt it will aid thee greatly in thy quest. Now be gone and goodbye, my son. Before thou depart, His Highness, pray take this. 200 gold and some items for his journey, and puts them in his bag. We knew that this peace could not last, and yet, for Moonbrook to have fallen is a blow beyond imagining. Know that His Majesty sends thee forth as duty dictates. He is after all a king and a descendant of mighty Erdrick to boot, but he's also a father, and I don't doubt he would fret most mightily for thy safety on the road. I beg of thee, take care. Alright, time to hit the road. Alright, we make for Cannock Castle. Left wine. This humble settlement's the village of Leftwine. 'Tis a traveler's resting place of some renown. Holy water. Where art thou headed, friend? To Canuck, perchance? Long have I meant to visit the place, yet I fear I'm grown too old to make the journey north. Along with Bindhall and Moonbroke, 'tis one of the 3 kingdoms founded by the descendants of mighty Erdrick. You are at a loss as to what to buy? Ha, friend, speak not so foolishly. Buy all the best armor and arms on offer. You worry for the strings of your purse? Then may I suggest you first focus on defensive equipment. Doubtless you know the saying, a weak blade never killed its wielder, weak armor less so. And what lacks in strength of arms one might yet make up for in magic skills and strategy. Alright, so we got 453 to work with here. I pretty much just have enough money to buy one thing. When faced with a multitude of fiends, one must needs decide on a strategy post-haste, namely if one would target the strongest foes first or the weakest. However, if one's mind is made up easily when faced with enemies with the power to summon allies anew, such adversaries must be bested before all others. My beloved brother serveth in the castle guard at Moonbroke. Some days ago he did enlist his only son unto my care. Though he did promise to return ere long and spend some time with the boy just as soon as he might earn a leave of absence. Rip. Thanks for the clothing that I can immediately exchange for money. Lo, thou art a child of breeding, art thou not? 'Tis plain for how thou carry thyself. I'm going to pretend you didn't say that. Welcome to our inn. Pay no heed to that weird woman over there. One cannot simply spend one's days complaining that anything and everything is a bother. For the man who once poisoned cannot bother to heal himself, doth end up ere long in his coffin. Begone, fool! Can't now see this is a lover's tryst? My father's a guard in Moonbrook Castle. To hold such a post he must be a great man indeed, do you not agree? You had better, for soon he shall return to visit us, and shall surely have words with anyone who speaks ill of him. The child over yonder doth serve in Moonbrook. His mother has long since passed away, and thus was entrusted to the care of his aunts. Children, your father might be dead. Sorry! Alright, so yeah, we'll come back to the church last, because last thing we'll do is save. But first, let's go heal in the inn. Thou knowest of the Prince of Canik? 'Tis said he's a noble fellow, skilled with both sword and spell. Prithee, do not startle me so. I nearly trod in horse manure. Sorry! This place was once but a simple stopping place on the road between Canik and Middenhall, but as the two kingdoms grew, it grew along with them, both in size and prosperity. Perhaps the very hero of legend and the Princess Gwaelin herself once stayed here. Just imagine. Come, say a prayer, or thou continue on thy travels. Alright, that's where we'll wrap up for today, so then next session we will continue the adventure and seek out the prince and princess and take down the evil people. Alright, let's go find a raid target. Let's go raid Juker. Alright, cool. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care.